This is the new iPhone 13. Hi there, my name is Sam from words.com, and it's roughly 1 month till Apple is usually introducing their new lineup of phones. So, today we'd like to talk to you about the new iPhone, or at least what we know about it so far. If you'd like to see more videos like this, feel free to subscribe and hit the notification bell. Let's start straight away with our rumors review. Let the facts speak. Apple analyst Ming-Chi Kuo claims that after last year's coronavirus-related delays, Apple is back on track again. This would mean that if Apple follows its pattern of previous launches, we could see the new iPhone being announced around the 14th of September. Since this isn't that far away anymore, there are already a ton of leaks and rumors out there. In fact, the rumors about the new lineup even started before the release of the current one. So, no wonder that there is again a discussion about the name, which some predict to be the 13 or 12S instead. The S term is generally used in years where the iPhone model features more minor updates. So whatever name Apple is going to choose for its new device will say a lot about how different this year's iPhone really is. But for simplification, we will just go with the iPhone 13 this time. So, what will it look like? First of all, Apple will continue offering 4 different iPhone models in 2021. I know there were rumors earlier this year that due to the lackluster sales of the iPhone 12 mini, Apple was considering cutting the smallest iPhone version of its lineup. But numerous sources have claimed now that Apple is still planning for the iPhone mini at this time. Major design changes are not expected this year, since the iPhone 12 models marketed a significant technology and design overhaul. So we can expect a 5.4-inch iPhone 13 mini, a 6.1-inch iPhone 13 and Pro model, and a 6.7-inch Pro Max model. The thickness and weight are expected to increase due to a larger battery. The most noticeable physical changes will most likely happen to the camera bump and notch. In terms of the bump, the Pro models seem to get a much larger rear camera unit. And the standard iPhone 13 could see the dual lenses arranged diagonally rather than vertically like before. If this only has design purposes or does it have other benefits as well, we don't know it yet. Recent renders also indicate that Apple might switch from a separate bumps for each lens to a single sheet of glass covering all lenses to reduce wobbling when the device lays flat on its back. The traditionally bulky notch, on the other hand, is expected to get an upgrade and therefore shrink by a lot. Apple will apparently achieve this by combining the infrared flood illuminator, sensor and dot projector, which make up the iPhone 12's Face ID unlocking system, into a single module. Besides that, the earpiece speaker could move from the notch to the top bezel, which can be seen in leaked dummy units of the iPhone 13 Pro and Pro Max. There's also some great news for Apple fans, as the much-awaited implementation of an in-display fingerprint sensor seems to be happening finally. It would certainly be a nice addition to the Face ID in these times of permanent mask wearing. Various sources claim that this year's iPhone will still feature a lightning port to charge your phone by a cable. Concerning colors, Apple likes to release at least one new special color for the latest iPhone to boost up the sales of that model. The freshest rumors suggest that there will be 4 color variants for the Pro version: black, silver, rose gold and sunset gold. And there is also talks about a pink regular iPhone 13, but nothing is confirmed yet. The iPhone 13 is going to have a 120Hz Pro motion display. Yes, you heard that right. Samsung Display and LG are currently working on displays that will provide Apple with this long-awaited upgrade for their screens. 120Hz adjustable refresh rate and an LTPO panel to increase battery life are going to be featured in most likely all different models, besides the mini version. Despite that, there are also talks about a feature that Android phones have had for some time now, but Apple always lacked: an always on display. This would certainly be a nice integration, and we hope that it is going to happen. It's of course still not confirmed yet, but I guess you can say with 99.9% certainty that the new iPhone series is going to get a chip upgrade over its predecessor, the new A15 Bionic chip, and therefore the successor to the already pretty powerful A14 chip that is used in the current series is still a 5nm chip, but is still likely to boost overall performance. Wireless connectivity is also pretty likely to get a boost, as Apple is planning to use Qualcomm's X60 5G modem. This can be integrated directly into phones' chipsets, which leads to smaller footprint and lower battery drain. On the storage front, we can expect a range from 64GB to 512GB. Although there are also rumors about the possibility of 1TB of storage, which would be crazy and definitely the biggest number ever featured in an iPhone. If that is really a possibility, I guess time will tell. As you saw on the leaks and renders earlier, the camera setups are more or less staying the same, but they are seemingly getting a lot of upgrades. The new 6-element ultra-wide camera is going to offer autofocus for the first time, which should result in sharper images. It is also an upgrade to the previous 5-element ultra-wide camera used in the iPhone 12 Pro models, because the more elements in the lens, the better the image quality. The aperture on the ultra-wide cameras are also getting an improvement, as they are getting larger. Both Pro models will come with a 1.8 aperture, up from the 2.4 aperture on the iPhone 12. In general, a larger aperture means that more light will come through the camera. As you saw before, the iPhone Pro versions also seem to get much bigger lenses that will let in more light and improve photos in low light settings. The basic iPhone and the Mini are rumored to adopt the sensors of the 12 Pro Max and also the sensor shift stabilization, which is an improvement over optical image stabilization and should increase the video performance. Furthermore, a long-awaited video portrait mode feature is expected to be integrated alongside a dedicated astrophotography mode to receive better results when shooting the night sky. But these kinds of improvements usually end up being first implemented in the more expensive versions, so we assume that this will happen again this time. And last but not least, let's talk about the battery. The iPhone was never known for its huge batteries, but its very efficient chipsets compensate for this fact most of the time. And the new A15 Bionic chip is said to feature 15 to 20% lower power consumption than its predecessor. Besides that, the batteries of all models are expected to increase as well. The iPhone 13 Pro Max is said to have a 4352 mAh battery, while the iPhone 13 and 13 Pro will feature a 3095 mAh battery, and the iPhone 13 Mini is going to include a 2406 mAh battery. Whether this will be enough to offset the battery life impact of the new high refresh rate display is questionable, but something that only future endurance tests will show. Well, there you have it guys, the new iPhone 13. Not too many crazy changes, but that was never expected to happen this year anyway. We think that some of these changes and upgrades are very useful and are going to bring the iPhone to an even higher standard. As mentioned, these are just rumors. There's nothing really confirmed yet. And as soon as it will be announced and released and we get our hands on the device, we will definitely do comparisons. Till then, let us know what you think about these new Apple devices. Are the changes enough to convince you into buying it? And is it going to be able to rival the competition from China, the new P50 or the upcoming Galaxy? Let us know in the comments below. If you liked our video, give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. Take care and see you soon.